Colleague, one of the movers and shakers of making this possible, Mr. President, no other than our resident athlete who can outrun us, out-paddle us, and out-volleyball us, Mr. President, no other than Senator Pia Cayetano.
Senator Pia Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon to our colleagues and our guests. Mr. President, esteemed colleagues, I rise today to co-sponsor Senate Resolution number 143 commending the Philippine men's national volleyball team known as ALAS Pilipinas for making history at the 2025 FIVB Men's World Championship, not just as first-time contenders but as fierce competitors who finished 19th out of 32 of the world's best teams. As a long-time sports advocate and a national athlete myself, I understand the performances like this don't happen overnight. They are the product of grit, sacrifice, discipline, and teamwork, the very values we hope to cultivate in the Filipino youth.
In blue, serving Tunisia in white.
The first day. So ganyan kasaya ang crowd.
In blue, serving Tunisia in white, receiving. It's the first match of the Men's World Championship, Philippines 2025.
Mr. President, only last year we hosted FIBA Basketball World Cup as well. And many of our basketball-loving colleagues were there. Senator Joel, who's looking at me, Majority Floor Leader Senator Miggs was there, Senator JV. I think Senator Jinggoy also joined us. I think at some point Senator Alan. Marami ho kaming nag-attend doon kasi yun nga, we're really trying to support a sports-loving community in the whole country, and we were proudly hosting Philippine basketball. So this year we had the chance to host Philippine volleyball, and that's why I started with showing you the highlights. Napakalaki po ng preparations to get to this point. But what I also wanted to point out is, when I said that I know that it takes grit, discipline, sacrifice to be able to perform in the at the international level, at the world championship level, I need to also include that it includes the opportunity. Why do I say that? Because the Philippine team would not have had the opportunity to compete at the highest level of the world competition if we did not host the tournament. For those who understand sports, there are qualifiers. Whatever sport, may qualifier yon. So magsisegue na naman ako para maintindihan natin. I was also blessed to have the opportunity to watch and to be a part of the historic win. First of all, the historic participation of the women's national football team in the first ever participation of the Philippines in a World Cup football event. Men's or women's, first time ever yung Philippines. That was 2 or 3 years ago. Nakalimutan ko na. First time ever. And they went to all these qualifiers. So dito sa volleyball, ang qualifier natin was basically the hosting of the event. That is what gave our athletes the opportunity. And this is where I will pause. I will mention the names now of our athletes. Starting with the team captain, and please stand when I call your name. Brian Bagunas, team captain. Wow, performed like a true captain. All throughout. Hindi ko alam na siya yung captain. Sabi ko doon sa katabi ko, si Secretary Mina na siguro, well, she was looking to me for comments and sabi ko, yan yung captain, yan yung captain. Kasi sa kilos mo pa lang, kapitan ka. Jericho Eco Adahar, please stand up. Isa-isahin ko na kayo ha. Michael Budin, Jade Disquidado. Sorry, nasa cellphone ko to, kaya medyo mabagal. Okay. Mark Espejo, Lloyd Josafat, Jack Kalimping, Vince Patrick Lorenzo, Kim Malabunga, daming magaling sa mga yan, Leo Ordiales, Louis Ramirez, Ave Retamar, Benz Mel, Peng Tagibolos, Joshua Ibanez. I think I complete the list of players, no? Okay, so I'll call the officials later. Break muna tayo. Congratulations sa inyo lahat. So, tama ba na ang youngest nyo is Joshua? Is it the youngest? Ah, okay. Which one are you? Ah, okay, that one. Hold on. Disquitado, you're the youngest. Born on May 18, 2004, so only 21 years old. Okay, so, please take your seat. So, Mr. President, this is a very young team. And that's why, well, I go ahead of myself. Okay, I just wanted to introduce all of them to you first. So, the first game was against Tunisia. And they are ranked number 43. And meanwhile, our team was ranked number 88. I have to say, and this is just my personal observation, mukhang kinakabahan pa nung first set. Tama ba ko, Captain? Kinakabahan eh. Pero nung second set, ganda na ng laro. Actually, towards the end of the first set, gumanda na. Second set, they played much better than the first set. Third set, they played even better than the second set. In fact, we thought you would win the third set. Did you think so also? They also thought so. So, at the end of that set, nilapitan po ako ng President ng International Federation, si Fabio Acevedo, and he said to me, Pia, this is a very strong team. This is a team to watch. Congratulations. Okay? And then he said pa to me, it is a very young team. That's why they have a bright future. He said that to me. So, they lost that first game. A few days later, they played their second game. I had the honor of watching this historic game. This was their game against world rank number 21, Egypt. So let's watch some videos, Mr. President. I think it's one video.
As Maguna serves for the win. Tough pass. Rejected! And the Philippines win their very first match in the championships. And the PNVF president is beside himself. And so is every Filipino inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City.
Masay, ano yun?
Ay,
Paglilibre.
Is that it? Do I have another video or is that it? Okay, that's it. So sadly, napaka-slow motion nung pagpapakita, and there are different angles. Every angle is worth watching. I posted 3 different angles on my Instagram because from where I was seated right behind the referee, I couldn't even see that it was such a solid block. But that's why, anyway, they're nice angles. So for those volleyball lovers who haven't seen it, just look it up. This was extremely amazing to watch, and all of us were jumping for joy. We were very happy and very proud of all of you. And then the next game, Mr. President, was now against world rank number 16. And so the Philippines went into it, I think, with some amount of confidence after their performance against Egypt, and knowing that they are capable of putting up a very good fight. So the score for the first set was 25-21, not in your favor, right? You lost the first set, tama ba? You won the first set. So 25-21, you won the first set. And then the second set, 21-25, you lost. Tama? The third set, 25-17, you won. And then the fourth set, you lost, 23-25. And then the last set, in what would have been the game winner, this is what happened. Show the video, please. 1 point.
Will this be lucky number 6 for the Philippines? Good pass, Arcia. Hot
So anyway, the version I would have wanted to play is where the entire arena was celebrating with the Philippines already. Yun yung version sana to my team. Eh, shortcut naman yung version nyo. Yung version na nagtatatalo na lahat, nagyakapan na lahat ng players, the Filipino crowd was going crazy, tears of joy because ang pagkakaalam nila, based on how it looked, panalo na. And that was the winning point. Kaya lang nagkaroon ng challenge and based on the challenge, they did not get that point. And then they lost the next 2 points. So they did not win this game. And ang balita kong reason, wala kasi ako. Ang nandun si Alan tsaka si Kiko. So di ko nakasalanan yon kasi I had to go with the Philippine paddle team. Meron kaming tournament. Pero sinabi talaga yan ni Executive Vice President na wala ako. Sorry sa inyo. But we're so proud of you. This is amazing what you have done. And every time I would see the FIVB president, he would say the same thing to me. This team is special. This team will go a long way. So I will say the same thing to you. This team is special. This team will go a long way, Mr. President. I believe this is just the beginning for Alas Pilipinas. I place my full faith in this team, not just to climb the ranking further, but to continue to be an inspiration. That is more important. To be an inspiration on and off the court for the Filipino people and to carry the Filipino flag with pride and humility. So on that note, Mr. President, allow me to just continue reading the names of those who are part of this historic team. The head coach was acknowledged earlier, Angelino Frigoni. The assistant coach, Ale Aldana. Assistant coach, Arthur Mamon. Please stand up as I call your name. Assistant coach, Dante Alunsinurin. Assistant coach, Dex Clamor. Team manager, Ronwald Chris Jumbo Di Makulangan. Physiotherapist, Yuichi Akaba. Assistant coach, already called that, okay. Scoutman Mark Buy Alfafara and JC Salvatore, one of their staff. Also, of course, with us in the gallery is the President of the Asian Volleyball Confederation and the Executive Vice President of the Philippine National Volleyball Federation, Tatsu Zara, and Mr. Don Caringal, the Secretary General of the Philippine National Volleyball Federation. But I would like to join the Philippine team in thanking all the fans who have made this an exciting and worthwhile venture for all of you. Is that correct? Maybe you can all stand since the rest are standing. Just all stand. We want to thank the Filipino people for embracing volleyball. I said this before, I'll always say it. Nung panahon na nagba-volleyball ako, ang nanunood lang, tatay ko, nanay ko, ilang tatay at nanay ng ibang player, ilang boyfriend. Si Alan maliit pa, pero kaladkad ng tatay ko yan, kaya siguro naging supporter ng volleyball because they were forced to watch my games. But now, people are lining up to be able to watch our Philippine team perform. And I'm also proud of our Filipino fans because they cheer even for other countries. In fact, players from other countries would say na they're amazed that the Filipinos are cheering for them even though they don't know them. It's their first time here. Of course, the Filipinos have crowd favorites, pero yung ibang crowd favorites ng mga Filipinos like the US team, the Japanese team, medyo na-eliminate early on, but they still proudly they were very enthusiastically cheering for everybody. So, Mr. President, I end with, you may sit down. I hope this has been an eye-opener for everyone, for other sports federations and international bodies, for all sports-loving Filipinos, for those who want to live a healthier lifestyle. Let's embrace sports and support our Philippine teams. Let's support events like this that showcase that Filipinos can compete at the highest level. And Filipinos will also cheer at the highest level. Athletes from all over the world saw how supportive our kababayans are because Filipinos don't just watch, they cheer with all their hearts. So on that note, again, congratulations for this historic win. Ipagpatuloy nyo ang napakaganda nyong performance. Huwag kayong mapapagod mag-training at magpakagaling sa inyong pagre-represent ng ating bansa. Mabuhay ang Alas Pilipinas, mabuhay ang atletang Pilipino. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you to our resident athlete, Mr. President.
Yes.